Hi all, welcome to my Game Week 45 rewards. Thought we would showcase what we finished with in the end, which was 11 boxes. We were at 13 during the Premier League Chelsea Wolves game, and then it dipped down to 12, and then with the Pachuca game we finished with 11. We fell out the money due to Opta, which was a bummer. We would have got ourselves £4, but sometimes that's the way the dice rolls. And the recurring theme throughout the week, as you can see, is just bad luck across the board from individual players, whether it be amount of goals conceded, DNPs, or whatever. Collison, for example, in the Neon squad, we wanted him or Verlinden. Verlinden, who I wanted first and foremost, because he was like 95% starting for Bearshoot. Collison was 60. And between the two owners of both players, I couldn't get a deal done. It was like nobody was willing to make it happen, and I'm like, come on folks, it's like a deal. I'm like, and they were both about the same price, so it was like, I thought, I'm trying to get one cheaper than the other. That was the aim, and it was like nobody was willing to make it happen, and ended up going with Collison, who was only because he was slightly cheaper than the two, and then it wouldn't have mattered anyway because we were still short. But yeah, both squads performed very poorly, and yep, was a bit of a disaster class. This specialist squad basically was relying on Guedes starting in the end. Didn't happen, which was a bummer. Jamiro having a poor game for once, and that was even with Pegs Wall winning 3-1. I wasn't expecting him to only score 41 with them winning. Like, Inigo scored well, Howen played good for a Penetra, putting a good game back in, and I thought, right, we're in a good spot. Guedes just sadly not offering much to the table. Coming off the bench, only got 4 AA. It's the way the dice roll said. Like, All-Star was always going to be tricky on a 4-man. Just the way the dice roll was really with it. Don't think it could have been really much better. But like, the theme of the weekend with quite a few players, Coventry hurt so many of my squads, and baffled a few squads. Like Joel scoring 132 for me as a captain. I thought I'll captain him because I wasn't convinced on Kohler as captain or Van Wilsvinkel. I thought, as a 4-man, it's probably got a chance to maybe sneak a reward, depending if they're all consistent. Like, it was mainly because I thought 20. I thought if Ricky can get a decisive, this has maybe got a chance. And I thought if Pella's playing, but it didn't happen. I thought 132 was out the blue, but way the dice falls there. Premier League, disasters across the board through just individual poor performances. For like Walton not captaining Wood was a laugh. I usually captain him in the one game week I don't. Possibly could have cost me the reward. Semedo having a disaster class as well really helped the cause. This falling short by 3 points. Captaining Salah felt the wisest move. Selves conceding 2 just completely just killed that. It was comfortable at the time. It was well over 400 points prior to the 2 goals conceded, really. Because even with the 2 that Everton conceded, I think hurt that as well. Because yeah, I think he was still 100, but it was a more impressive 100. But yeah, I'm going to have to address like La Liga a bit with like Rubio, Romero, Lasada, because these squads, in all honesty, like especially this squad, like this should have got a box at least, maybe a promotion. And it's just a recurring theme. I'm making like silly errors really, in the grand scheme of things. It's just I need to kind of sit down and review it better. This one for Ramit Sandro was hilarious. A goal, penalty conceded, error led to goal. 2 negatives and a positive, captained, gets me 25 points. Things you love to see. Things you absolutely love to see. That is a 4-man, played well. But as I said, Gunter having a mare. And that is just part of my problem. It's just nailing it down. Getting a 2-star box from this was nice. I will be getting rid of Schwallow probably shortly because I think Ronau's coming back in at the weekend. Awono helping a few squads. This was the unlucky one. This was the one that missed out on the money. Junos, in the end, if it lets me, we were 2 points away. We basically were in. We were, Junos had like about 107 for me, and then he lost the 3 points. And I was like, oh great, didn't expect that. And like, I thought Labourne would be good for a decisive in quite a competitive game. Hanin, to be honest, I should really have captained maybe potentially in that game, simply because of how like the Angers defence seemed to just be all very good AA or decisive machines, really, to be honest. And it's just like kind of missed the trick there, because Lafort was equally impressive. He scored like 64 and finished with 102. Like getting the Awonos in was just a master stroke, really. Still relatively cheap, so I might go and bring more in and sub out all the Bertos, to be honest. Especially if I know I've got about a month of use for now out of Awono. My Vigoro completely massacred that team. That was ruined by him, really. Cleanies, didn't realise he was still injured for an extended period. This hampered massively, because I did not expect Thomas, Sakamoto to both be on the bench and Clement not to play. That just relegates that when I had hopes for that, really, to be honest, which is a bummer. Branderhorst not playing was a bummer. That was 65 points off money. Still got a 2-star box, but could have been a whole lot better. Like that now intrigues me with like Branderhorst even probably just playing that guarantees that box. Yep, it's just like a recurring theme through the game week. Kirsten, Nardi keeping a clean sheet. One time I don't go for my gut on captaining Nardi against because QPR are suddenly in a vein of form, getting in the top half of the table. Should have went at him. Broom not doing anything for once is quite funny. Hongla not even coming off the bench there hampered that. Playing in that just ruined that. I've really ruined this the last few weeks. It's kind of my own fault, or whatever. It's like not like I shouldn't play it because I'm just denting it. I put, I think, from Division 2. If I was to have a look at where I was with this squad, I'm sure I was like Division 2. So now to be like back in Division 5 if it's my own fault. Bigas not playing hampered that, so that's put that relegated. Cantero, like that squad now, when in the grand scheme of things, the one time I thought, oh, Cantero should get a clean sheet for Burgos against Deportivo, should be relatively not straightforward, but should be good for a clean sheet. For him to make a rare error was not expected, and like just ruined that. Like, especially when now if you swapped Esqueta for that squad into there, we'd have been laughing. And it was just a bummer that Otero, Robert, and Ochuno just played sadly very poor between them. But and even this done okay. It was just Robin Risser ruined that. Under 23s, that was just a Collison problem. Like that was Verlinden and that. So I think Verlinden's under 23s. I can't remember, but even if it had been like Lansana or anyone else that I had rare that could slot in, even probably like Keeley. I've got a rare Keeley for under 23. I could have put him in that and it would have been laughing. But yep, we live and learn. Trafford 96 there. Egan Riley and Andre Santos both hurt in that respectively, because that could have been in the end, because what was annoying, I was going to go somebody else in defence and I was still going to keep Andre, but I was like, I didn't expect that to happen. I think whoever I was going to go with, I think they scored like 95 or something as well, or whatever it was, and I was like, I wish I'd put them in and blah blah blah. It was just one of those mistakes. But 11 boxes is what we finished up with. Two 2-star boxes for rare, 2 limited, and then 7 1-star boxes in the end. See what we all get in total, folks. Let me know what you've got in your rewards. said, mix of promotions and relegations. Get these boxes open. So going into the essence, we're at 303 for limited, 301 for 31 for rare, and about £28 in market credits. So start off with 2 essence there. And also we're not doing any midweek squads simply because we're trying the no card entry, simply because we only had 3 actual squads we could have played. So we thought, let's see what no card entry is like for football, see what we can get, and take it from there, of course. But I'll share the squads later in the week for Friday if they do any good, because I've got Salah, I've got Lukman, Lewandowski, see how they all produce. But at the moment we're just getting a steady flow of essence, which is nice to see. Nothing major, but not expecting much in the grand scheme of things from 1 and 2 star boxes, obviously, but keeps the essence building up nicely towards the 5, and then we got a level up to finish up. Banner. So 303, 314. Okie dokie. So our 2 star boxes, I'd love to see some 5 essence, but probably get 1 or 2 consistently. 1 there, and 2 there. So we're up to 34 now. Nice. Can't fault that. Just to also wrap up, folks, we've done some more MLS bringing in. We've brought in Jared Stroud, Matt Polster, Rudy Camacho, and Sam Adebuga from Alex. So MLS rares now is up to 7. We've got Chris Mueller, Nathan Byrne, and Kellen Acosta as well. So I feel like we've got some solid-ish defenders, like Sam and Camacho are very solid. Byrne's consistent. And a fully fit Mueller and Kellen Acosta should be fine. Polster's steady. I know I can do better, but I'm also just wary of market credits and what I can put the limited funds towards and the rare funds towards as well. So we're possibly getting there with at least the classic squads. As I said, I'll try and get the goalkeepers tied down hopefully shortly for limited. Because we've added more depth and we need goalies, need some more forwards, and then see where we go for there really. I feel like I've been bringing in generally alright. It's just, as I said, see what we can get our fingers on for forwards and goalies really across limited and rare. But let me know, folks, how your stuff's all going. Have a good one, folks. Take it easy all, and I'll catch you all later.